Yeah, I was just going to do a little quick info video on just some cichlids that some people say are harder to breed than most of the others. Things like Beanie and yellow labs and Astraci and things like that. Whilst I can't speak on the latter two because I've never kept them, but I can imagine from what I've been told they're a lot harder to keep than Beanie. But basically, I'm not no like expert level cichlid keeper. I'm still quite a novice, to be fair. I've been keeping them coming up to 3 years now, but then there was a huge gap of like 20 years, and then I kept them for about 5 years as a teenager. But then yeah, I just got back into them again in the last few years. But what it was, I think, at the beginning was I was having a lot of problems. I was doing too much. That's what it was. The less I do now, the more results I have. I'd always have my hands in the tank, pissing about with something, worrying about this, that, filtration. Do you know what I mean? Literally, mind you, I say that I'm still over filtrating on this tank here. When I got Beanie and fish that are sensitive to parameters, I'd rather go overboard than, you know what I mean, have a spike of some sort when I'm out or something because a fish has died in the tank or something. But another thing as well, and to me, I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh, you don't need it, yeah, but to me, what is, I think has made the difference was a UV steriliser, to be honest, yeah, because like I said, the last time I kept them, the main problem was intestinal parasites and getting the white stringy shit. Now, this time, although I have seen it crop up a couple of times, it was literally gone by the next day. I didn't even know, I mean, I didn't see none of it in the tank or anything like that, which was normally a telltale sign. Even if I didn't see a fish with it, I'd see it like, I mean, caught on a bit of bogwood or something. You know what I mean? That's that moment that most people who've got Beanie, their heart sinks when you see that. It's like, oh, no. But yeah, the UV steriliser, if it's big enough, because most aquarium ones, they're more clarifiers than they are sterilisers, and it's got to be above a certain amount of wattage in order for it to actually kill parasites. But yeah, that, and it's the only tank that the only fish I do this for, is I did have Purigen in there, but that just got to the 6 month mark, so I've took that out, and because I can't get Purigen, well, not for the prices I can get everything else for. I can get what's it called, a polyfilter, Arcadia polyfilter, so I've chucked that in instead. But that's the only tank I'm using any sort of chemical filtration on, because normally it's just straight biomedia. But yeah, and things like temperature, I mean, you can see here that mine's 28.3, which is 82. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say that it should be done and keep them in the low 70s and shit like that. One person I've got to keep them at 68. But yeah, I don't see how that works, because if they're prone to bloat, yeah, and it's their, you know what I mean, the warmer the water is, the quicker, the faster their metabolism is, so they can break down things quicker. So to me, that's a basic bit of science, but according to all of those who know, you shouldn't be doing it. But like I said, it's worked well for me, and apart from that, they grow a lot quicker. What else would I do with these? Just keep up on water changes. Oh, and first of all, test your tap water and see what your parameters are on that, because my tap water is no good for these at all. I've got yeah, 50% RO, 50% tap water in this, and obviously that huge bit of bogwood, which is new as well, so that's going to be dropping the pH some and all. But yeah, just that and sand. For some reason, I have a lot more success with tanks that I put sand in than I do with gravel. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just how it is for me. But oh, another thing as well is diet. A lot of people keep them on really low protein diets. I don't feed them any different than I feed most of the others. But things like sorry, it's having a can of dark fruits. But yeah, I'll give them well, mainly the Cubans and them, and the RTMs would be massive. Or my Flavs didn't like that, but well, then you know what I mean. They're not particularly meat eaters, are they? But I mean, I know they're omnivores. They might have the odd fish in the wild, but they're not really. That's not really their diet in the wild. But so yeah, basically this is what I'll keep them on. I'll just give them a mixture of all of it, basically. And see the temperature in here, because what it is, I'm heating the room. I'm literally packing everything up and going, because my missus has got a place, so I'm going to be moving in there with her. So my tanks are being packed up and that. But yeah, I was heating the room, and although the room's only at, like I was saying, it's so yeah, it's 26 in here, but it's 28 in the tank because of the I've got Ecotech radio and lights on here, so I think that and the pumps of the filters and the internal filter and warms it up anyway. So, but yeah, 28 and I ain't had no problems whatsoever. But I'm in the process of changing these over now. We're getting them accustomed to RO mix, well, bit by bit, because these have always been kept in tap water. I'm literally just doing little water changes like this every night with them, with 50% RO, 50% tap water. So not just straight RO. I don't want them, you know what I mean, it to drop too much, because it builds up over a few days. Before you know it, it's dropped to, you know what I mean, ridiculous levels. But yeah, they don't like it too low anyway. Things like RTMs, you want it around the sort of, well, mid-7s, 8 up to about 8 really. But yeah, anywhere from 7 to 8 is fine for things like RTMs. These like it a bit lower. I've even seen some people keep them in pH as low as 5, but I wouldn't do that personally. These are in about, if I had to guess, at the minute, about 7.0, 6.8. This one over here, a little pain in the arse Cuban, is just, he's so hard on the females. But he's kept in, he was kept in tap water. I've got him, RO now. But what I'm having to do is stick a tray of pumice in there to buffer the water a bit. So that's what I've been doing anyway. So it keeps it sort of in the mid-7s with this sort of tank here. But yeah, again with these, this is the Bean Eye. It's my second pair and a spare. Well, it was just a few, but I've ended up with more pairs now. So, and then I've got the female Cuban covering in there. You can see the side of her, what the male did. She's been in, well, not this tub, but one of them tubs there next door. I've got a whole row of them lined up against the wall. But yeah, she's been in there recovering with what's the stuff called again? Oh, the aloe vera gear. But yeah, I've Melafix, that's it. So I don't even know why I didn't think that, the bottle's right there. But yeah, I've dosed her, and also I've had some Bean Eye Fry dye on me, which were ones I'd scooped out the tank before I even knew who the other parent was. But it was obviously just her. I don't know why he's decided to start playing nicely now then. But yeah, twice I was throwing the tank, and twice I didn't know where it came, which, I mean obviously it come from him, but I didn't know who the female was, because he literally just terrorised everything in the whole tank, to the point where everything was hiding. But yeah, this is, but it's not showing up very well now. But so yeah, that's all I'd do if it was me personally. I don't think there's really that much more that goes in. I know you're going to have other people now saying that they're scientists and it's an exact science, breeding cichlids and all this, but listen, if you give them decent water, Yeah, and I don't need tap water, but like, well, it depends what your tap water's like, but if it's like mine, it's shit. But if you give like your cichlids decent water and plenty of water changes, a good diet, and the right sort of temperatures, yeah, then you're not gonna. Oh, and also you put the right decor in now, so that you know what I mean, it breaks up the line of sight, and that it really does help with aggression. I don't do none of them holding the divider things or any of them, and you'll see most of my fish are like got no bits missing out of them or anything. The only one that does is when they spawn, as I said, like is the tetracanthus, the Cubans. But yeah, so yeah, take what I'm saying or ignore it. It's up to you. But like I said, I'm still a novice, but I've had quite a bit of luck with everything that I've tried my hand at so far. I've got most things. Well, I'm trying to think of a species I had that I didn't get to breed. I actually can't think of any. Oh, tell you lie, I never kept my umbies long enough for them to breed. But other than that, everything I kept I bred.